Okay, so today my wife is making Salpicon. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, the first dish we're making is called Salpicon. First thing we're gonna do is rinse the rice, make sure it's clean, get it steamed, put in some salt and some olive oil. While that's going, we'll boil chicken breast just in water until it's cooked all the way through. And previously we boiled a couple potatoes until they're fork tender, and we're just letting those cool, and then we'll peel them after. We don't peel them before, we peel them after we boil them. Okay, so she's got the rice rinsed. Like I said, just salt and pepper for seasoning.
Salt, pepper?
I'm sorry, salt and olive oil for seasoning. Let it go and do its thing. Generally 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. That's what we do. We do a cup and a half, cup and 3/4 of water, a little bit less water. It's a little bit stickier. So about 20 minutes, the rice will be ready, the chicken will be ready. There goes the olive oil. Just kind of show you about how much we put in. Maybe a teaspoon, and then just a dash of salt, not too much. Your flavor profile kind of depicts this. I put in more than that when I did it. But anyway, so 20 minutes, this will be ready, the chicken will be ready, potatoes will be probably peeled. Give it a stir and put it on to cook. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Okay, chicken temp 170 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's done. Letting it cool. In the meantime, the wife is peeling those potatoes. I guess you could leave the skin on if you like, but I think it'll detract from the flavor. We always peel them. So after we peel them, we'll slice them thin, and then we'll actually cube these things up into a little bit smaller than bite-sized pieces. That's traditional. You can leave them whatever size you want. This is about the size we do in those little breakfast cubes that you get in the bags, the frozen bags. That's about the size we cut them. We're doing 2 just regular russet baked potatoes, and it's a 9 by 9 casserole dish. You can do more potatoes, do another chicken breast, have a bigger casserole dish, whatever you want. This will feed the 3 of us for a day. This will be gone after dinner. Sometimes we do a bigger casserole dish, and it'll last to lunch the next day. So peel the potatoes, cube them up into smaller than bite-sized pieces, and when the chicken cools off, we'll pull that bad boy apart and throw it in there also. We'll be back in a minute. Corn's almost done. Actually, we turned the oven off, so it is done. Just pulling the chicken apart, bite-sized pieces, more or less. And leftover broth. It's not seasoned or anything, but it's got all those natural oils and stuff from the chicken meat, so freeze that and have yourself a soup base for later. Or just drink it, or whatever you want to do with it. Just pull the chicken apart by hand. Okay, here's what we season that with. Some olive oil, got salt, and pepper. And not very much of any. We'll do them in that order, and then we'll toss it by hand before or after the rice. ¿Con el rice primero?
No, es salpicón. No necesita arroz.
So the rice will be on the side or underneath, however you want to do it. So when she's done pulling the chicken, we'll put the corn on without the juice. We'll drain the juice, and then we'll add the oil, the salt, the pepper, toss it by hand, and that's essentially it. Unless you want to add in carrots or peas or whatever else you feel like you want to throw in there. I'll be back and show you the finished product. She did a little toss already, and now the oil, which isn't very much. Maybe a teaspoon and a half, or maybe a tablespoon. Salt. Just give it a good little sprinkle there. Not too much. And some black pepper. Again, not very much. Of course, this is seasoning, so it's up to you. It's for taste. And we like the natural flavors of the potato and chicken and corn stand on their own just fine, and the salt and the pepper just bring those out a little bit more. So you can put as much salt and pepper on there as you like. Give it a good toss, and that's we'll throw the corn on there in just a second. We usually get frozen. We don't do the canned corn anymore. We used to do canned corn. So this is out of a frozen bag. Got some out in the garden growing, but it's not ready yet. So until we get stuff out of the garden, or one of our farmer neighbors offers us some, we go frozen. Just tastes a little bit better, we think. No preservatives, nothing like that added.
Fabulous carrots.
Okay, so 1 carrot peeled, and this is kind of a thick carrot, so we're cutting it into fourths. About bite-sized pieces again. And then this will go into the steamer until it's tender soft, fork tender. ¿Cuánto tiempo dura esto?
10 minutos.
Takes about 10 minutes in the steamer on medium setting for this to be
Es
where
más
we like
saludable
it.
porque no pierde propiedades. Se me olvidó.
We like to steam most of our vegetables just because they maintain most of their nutrients that way, and it's a little easier to control the doneness. They don't get mainly because the nutritional value stays in the food. Whereas if you boil, you know, look at all the stuff that came out of the chicken, the same things will come out of the veggies, so you lose a lot of the goodness. So that carrot's gonna go for about 10 minutes, and we'll let it cool when it's done, and it'll go right in the dish. Okay. Alright, we have the finished product. It's been in the fridge chilling for a little bit. Carrots are steamed. They're done. They're just gonna go on the side, not actually mixed into the dish. And in the microwave just to get a little bit warm. And it'll go over the top of this rice. That's about it. That's what I like about Peruvian food. It's easy, and it's cheap, and it's tasty. Very tasty. And also, for the most part, it's nutritious. So there's the rice. This is from my son, he's 2. There's the salpicon on the side and some steamed carrots. Of course, if you want, you can throw the carrots in the dish if you want to, but it's up to you. It's optional. So, comments, questions, if you want to know anything else, just leave a comment.
And subscribe.
There's the finished plate. Thanks for watching.